I will turn this pyromancer into the single firebolt slaying mass fire minigun kind of ability skill, whatever. Lots of words. Focus fire, reroll mastery, fire affinity to get, well, something good, and weapon expert to start with an extra skill. And I want to just test it out in, well, curse 1 because I haven't unlocked a bunch of curses, but don't mind that. Or actually, do mind that. I dare you, write something in the comments about this. I will reply to every single one. Now, obviously, go back to the corner up to the very top. Why? Because, well, I don't have any wall down at the bottom. I can actually see something, and being in the corner is actually good. Enemies spawn nearby and burn. And I'm not sure I actually use this top corner in this particular map yet, so hey, it's something new for me. Now, damage modifier of fire skills. Good. So the general gist of this build is going to be Firebolt, and any ability at all that improves Firebolt in any way. So any unhit effects, anything that grants me more attack speed, anything that grants me multicast, anything, well, that protects me. I want Firebolt. Yup. This is Firebolt. So it has a very low cooldown and high base damage and incredibly high burn as well, which is very surprising. By the end of this round, by the end of 5 Lords of the Void, I want Firebolt to be firing off constantly. Unending stream of constant firebolts with a very, very high multicast. This is the goal. This is the dream. So what I want to maximize is the frequency, aka the attack speed. Oh, I hit so hard. And, well, multicast. Arcane power is a godsend, and this was actually the new buff added with the newer version of the game, and by newer version, of course, I mean the early access version. It wasn't there before in the prologue, if you actually ever played that. Area, damage, anything that improves my fireball, I want that. Now, of course, I have access to an important buff which is Bloodless. I don't want any of this. Might, yes. Might improves fireball. Very, very important. Another buff, burn. Another thing, Firebolt only does burn, so I wanted to be able to apply fragility as well as all the other buffs, all the other negative effects, that is. Lethality, damage of Firebolt, better. Of course, in the grand scheme of things, having more fragility is much better than, well, having just more damage from the Firebolt, but I'll get there eventually. In the long run, I will actually have both. And poison. Poison is fireball. Never seen that before. Yeah, but well, it somehow makes sense. I'm not going to complain. Okay, I probably don't want to get hit by that. Looks painful. Oh, the guy's burning. Yeah, he is. Back into the corner. Cast frequency. More experience. More experience is more important. Cast frequency or arcane power? Yes. I want arcane power to be up 100% of the time, and I want bloodlust to be up 100% of the time, as well all the other buffs that I get. What would be the other thing that I want? Duration of might. Potency arcane power. I'd want to replace a flamethrower and combustion with a arcane shield. That's one thing. What would be the other thing? I actually don't even know what would be the other skill that's available. That's a buff that would empower Firebolt. So actually, I will replace combustion with the arcane shield if I ever get it, and keep the flamethrower, because flamethrower actually applies on hit effects rapidly, among other things, and it has its own effect which increases the damage the enemy's take, which is all the very important. And it can be targeted, just like the fireball. A 3-second cooldown fireball is not good. I want to bring it to, well, at least 4 fireballs per second. That will be manageable. Frequency. Frequency will actually do it. Reroll? Oh yeah, and I have the reroll rule, so damage modifier, cast frequency of Firebolt. I want to reroll as much as possible until I get the favorable outcome. Frequency of Firebolt. Suddenly, down from 3 seconds to 1.7. Potency of... Actually, not only I can take the frequency of Firebolt, I can take the potency of Bloodlust. That's important. No, potency of Arcane Power, also important. Because Arcane Power grants multicast. Multicast improves amount of fireballs that I fire. And none of this. Bleeds, do I want that? No. No. Frequency of Arcane Power. Yes. So for as long as I have Bloodlust, I'll have Arcane Power up 100% of the time. Now, I want to make it better. Cast frequency of might. Do I need that? Well, maybe not. Okay, potency of might. Now we're talking. Because while I can indeed get cast frequency of might, I don't think I need that. Because for as long as I have... Ooh, duration of arcane power. For as long as I have Bloodlust up and running 100% of the time, and get its potency nice and high, I don't actually need to crank the cooldown on the other buffs. Empowering. Area of empowering. Oh, area, no. Area for buffs is useless, unless there are other skills which aren't buffs, which are empowering as well. I have not seen a single one. Faithful Strikes. Okay, beam, no. Burn. Frequency Bloodless. That should make it much better. Okay, and more magnet. Okay, and duration. Does this do it? Almost. I need just a little bit more to have 100% Bloodless. Ow. That wasn't planned, right? That was painful. Poison balls. Cast frequency of Firebolt. Yes. Almost down to 1 second and poison. And how strong is my melting? Well, not very strong, I'd say. It's good, but not good enough. Slow price fragility, yes. Very important. And since slow is one of the higher chance on hit effects, I will apply lots of fragility. Cast frequency of might. Damage of Firebolt. 500 to 550. Very, very good. And considering... Oh, I don't even have crit chance. I want to fix that. Oh yes, I do get high damage because of a high multicast. That's why I have lots of damage. Because I have multiple fireballs flying out. Oh, cast frequency of might. Nah. What's magnet on the other hand? Now we're talking. Okay, multicast. Chain lightning, more health. More damage for empowering, which is to say, buff the buff skills. They're quite good. Arcane power is up 100% of the time. Very, very important. I live and die by the multicast, especially with the fireballs. Health? No. Oh, cast frequency of Bloodlust. So with this, Bloodlust should be up 100% of the time. Yeah? And it is. Okay, now, I need... Do I need that? No. I don't need to improve might. Because I will get the potency of Bloodlust instead, which will even further reduce the, well, the cooldown on might. So I don't need to reduce the cooldown or increase the length. This has less cooldown than duration, so it is up 100% of the time, which is something I want. Poison. Do I want poison? Yes. Casting goes over for potency of might. Yes. So now with higher potency, I should have might up 100% of the time. Let's see. Do I? Almost. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 more potency upgrade for Bloodlust. Now, important thing, Bloodlust also improves the attack speed of Fireball, which is my bread and butter skill at this stage. This burn. I may not be applying a lot of burn with Fireball, but I sure do with Flamethrower. Good lord. Things are dying. Things are dying rapidly. And I see 8k coming out, which means 4 of so Firebolt. Damage of Firebolt. Yes, 7,200 to 770. Very, very strong. Very good. Ow. No. Good stuff. Let's see. What else do I want here? Oh, cast frequency of might is useless. Oh, it's 100%. So, in theory, if I'm right, and the card upgrades for the arcane power are multiplicative, then I should just get arcane power. And lots of it. Where's the boss at? Oh, you're boss number 4. You're dead. You're absolutely dead. Poof. Gone. Bleed. I don't want bleed. Oh, cast frequency of Bloodlust is useless. So at this stage, since this is up 100% of the time, cut the cost frequency. Cast frequency arcane power is also useless. Cost. Area. Area actually good. I'd take something else, but hey, area is okay. And oh, I don't actually have arcane, so I'm not gonna get the arcane shield. Well, that's very unfortunate. So in the future, I might replace the skill Affinity Fire and Weapon Expert with arcane, and just have Reroll Mastery, Focus Fire, and arcane to grant me arcane shield, which is arcane shield is very good. A multicast Firebolt. Yes. Oh, I also see the duration for arcane power, and I don't need any more duration. I'm quite happy as it is. As far as I know, buffs don't stack with themselves, which is... It would have been quite interesting if they did. How would that work? Just infinite scaling? Out of nothing? I mean, I'm already infinitely scaling, so... why would it even matter? 1 infinite scaling plus 2 infinite scaling is still just infinite scaling, no matter how you look at it. And it's broken. Okay, it seems that I first need to warm up the enemies with the flamethrower and then they die to the firebolt. Yes. Armor? No. Okay, speed of firebolt? Yes. How good is that? 1.1. I don't think that's 1.1. Well, actually it is, surprisingly. And somehow firebolt does more burn damage than it does more on-hit damage. I thought that would actually be the opposite, more straight up upfront damage. Ooh, fragility, yes. More upfront damage and less follow-up damage. Since, you know, a firebolt is just explosion. Though, explosion too set things as fire. Well, yes, so it probably makes sense. I'm sure it does. In some way. And I'm almost at the last Lord of Void. Now, do I want to go into infinite mode? I think the answer is yes, but only once. Only one infinite mode. Burn this guy. Blast him with fireballs. There you have it. Good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this red portal and do 1 round of infinite mode. Or actually, infinite mode is another portal. This is boss rush. That's what it is. Get back into the corner for maximum efficiency. And look at the amount of one-hit effects on these guys. I don't actually one-shot them anymore, which is kind of alarming. It is in fact a very alarming burn. Oh, I even get hit once, so be it, but I still got hit. What's this? Extra health from enemies? No. Oh, wound. Double the burn. Now, not... Imagine doubling the burn with this kind of build when I do, well, mostly burn. Ooh. I just got much stronger. Critical damage and burn. Yeah. More burn stacks. Ow. That was actually painful. Can we not repeat that? Demon armor? No. Just on-hit effects and a bunch of damage. And let's face it, if I die, so be it. And I think the only skill that I don't actually apply is Rot. And Rot is actually very strong. Now the specialty of, well, the Rot skills is that you actually don't even need to hit all that many enemies. You just apply it to one enemy and the Rot will spread. Enemy dies, the Rot spreads. Enemy dies, the Rot spreads. And it stacks. Which is another interesting thing for the Rot. Cast frequency firebolt. Is it 1 second? Not yet. Potency of blood loss, yes. Is it going to be 1 second now? For blood loss change, and it is 1 second. Yes. Run. Question mark? Gangrene. Every time a fragility applies bleed. Multicast of firebolt. Yeah, multicast of firebolt. I must improve my fireballs. By any means necessary. If it means I die somehow, some way, so be it. Oh, this one burned. And this one? You're a fire boss, come on, you should be resistant to fire. At least somewhat. You aren't. Okay. Combustion, no thanks. Oh, another dash. Actually useful. Surprisingly useful. What else? Doom. Now, I think at this stage I am more of an on-hit effect build than the other build, other things. Because I don't actually know what's killing my enemies. Is it the firebolt or is it the stacks of various stuff? Because let's face it, I applied so many hit effects and I just lost 1 revive. Okay, I'm in danger. More damage for empowering. Yes, duration of arcane power. I need to banish that. Not that. What did I banish? What did I banish here? I don't know. I think it was something very useful. Oh well, I'm not gonna get it ever again. Whatever. More damage. And since I messed up this one time, well, might as well just take whatever. Block. Okay, good stuff. More burn. Oh, I didn't banish grit. It was something else. I bet it was something useful. I don't even know. Smite, golems, doom. Sure. Yeah, I am positive that without the flamethrower, I won't be applying this many hit effects. Good lord, the damage on these things. So, how much burn do I have? I have 1,000,000 of burn. Just casually being applied. Reroll. Oh, potency of bloodlust, yes. How fast is it going to be now? Area of physical skills, not bad as well. It is still 1 second. And this changes in a moment, and I'm going to check that again. It is still 1 second. Well, very unfortunate. Doom. I kind of like that too. What did I banish? Just what did I banish? I don't know. I really don't. More frailty. Frailty, very important. One of the most powerful debuffs. More poison. Now, the question is this amount of damage worthy of Curse 5? I hope it is. I hope it is, I really do. To be honest, for the Curse 5, my main issue is not running into enemies face first and dying, because that's how I play video games. Fun. Bolt. Duration of might is useless. Frequency. Yeah, 0.1, 0.9. I might actually get it to where it hits very rapidly. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Hold on. I just barely grazed the ice boss and it's already dead. I still like have that. And then I barely grazed the other boss and it is also already... It's already dead. Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just want to see them live longer. Well, then again, if I want to see them live longer, I probably should go to a higher difficulty. Then again, I just wanted to say it's a cakewalk, but I am taking damage and I almost died. Well, I actually died because I lost a revive. So it is not like actually a cakewalk. I'm so good at coming up with excuses. Actually, back into the corner. Efficiency, efficiency. Efficiency, efficiency. If I right now take the Arcane Beam instead of Combustion, I will be able to fully direct my skills. And Arcane Beam is actually better than Combustion in terms of potency. Yes, in terms of applying hit effects. How does 130? 145. Good lord. This is so good. Do enemies die to Doom? I don't think they do. They may be. Doom. Now, another thing. I have not yet unlocked the character which is associated with Shadow, because I want to do a Shadow only build. Multicast of fire skills. I think it's the Grim Reaper. And of course the reason for that is that I was focusing on the ice area, ice map, a lot for the curse. And I need to do some other map to actually unlock the character that I want. Oh, you don't do spin to win. Ooh, not the laser though. Laser is very strong. And if you look at that, the other guy just casually died to stacks. I might also die to stacks. I need a health crystal. And I need it now. What? How am I almost dead? Well, then again, I am goofing off. I need to focus my energy on, well, not dying. Where's the health crystal? I'm sure there's a health crystal here somewhere. Down there? Is it down there? I hope it is. And I have 3 dances and all. But, hey, I have a very decent attack speed on my fireballs. Which is something I wanted all along. Oh, maybe there's a crystal up there? Up there? Here? There's usually one in the corner. Ooh, there is. Good. And it's actually not useless unlike, well, higher difficulties. Ooh. Let's see. Multicast lasting. Yes, please. What's the multicast chance on this? Not much. Yeah, I'm definitely multicasting a lot. I have a constant stream of fireballs, which is something that I wanted all along. Ow. Okay, an elite enemy just appeared on top of me and smacked me. Well, how do I feel about that? Not very good. Unpleasant. But it is what it is. Where are the enemies at? The enemies must appear. And I must burn them. Okay, good stuff. Everything is on fire. All according to plan. And then I died. Okay, good stuff. I have gotten a nice fireball build. I think this is more of a long-term kind of build. going into very high infinite mode, because it hits like a truck. And well, if you made it this far, press subscribe and tell me something in the comments. Do you like the build? Do you have better runes that you can suggest? I will reply to every comment. Cut!